Okay, so I'm gonna step out on a limb here and assume that you're not gonna purposely try to make a fashion faux pas at your next socially distant event or upcoming holiday gathering. But here's the thing, we don't know what we don't know. And that's why I'm making this video to help you avoid making any of these fashion faux pas. Stick with me. Thanks for clicking on this video, and I'm glad that you're here. Now, I don't think any of us are really trying to commit these fashion felonies, but once again, we don't know what we don't know. And the unfortunate side of making a fashion faux pas is it sends the message that you're uninformed. So if you're trying to get that promotion, showing up to your company holiday party with these fashion faux pas could squash your chances. Same thing goes if you're dating, because you don't want anything to distract from that amazing personality that you have. The other thing is this. Nobody's going to tell you at the time you're making a faux pas that you're making a faux pas, right? So you'll run around all night long thinking that you've got everything on point when you don't, right? It's kind of like having broccoli stuck in your teeth. So how do you tell someone without causing them massive embarrassment? That's why you subscribe to this YouTube channel, my friend, because I got your back. So let's jump into my list. So I'm going to tailor this video a little bit to focus around dressing for events because the holidays are approaching. But this still applies universally. The first menswear fashion faux pas on my list is wearing a matching tie and pocket square set. Now yes, I know they're sometimes sold that way, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. If you're wearing a tie, get that figured out first, then worry about your pocket square next. Since your tie is a lot more noticeable, handle that coordination first. Treat your pocket square as an accessory because it can coordinate with the color of your suit, or if you're wearing a patterned tie, match the pocket square to one of those smaller colors in your tie. Okay, here's a pro tip and a hack for you. Keep your patterns dissimilar, and here's what I mean. If you're wearing a tie with a large pattern, keep the pocket square plain or go with the small pattern. Now, if your tie has a small pattern, go with a larger pattern for your pocket square, right? The same rule applies when mixing patterns from your shirt to your tie. So if you have a nice wide striped shirt like this, go with the small striped tie. It's absolutely okay to wear stripe on stripe or checks on checks or dots on dots, but the key is making sure the patterns are a different size, scale, and spacing. And since I promised you a hack, here it is. So if you're wearing one of those slippery silk pocket squares and it keeps falling down inside your pocket and you keep pulling it back out, try this. Wad up some toilet paper and put that down in your pocket first, then add your pocket square on top. The toilet paper, or really whatever else you want to use, takes up all that space down there and helps keep your pocket square from sliding all the way down and disappearing. And since we're talking about menswear accessories, a lot of the pieces that you're seeing in this video are from the Tie Bar, today's video sponsor, and I'm very happy to help promote the Tie Bar because I've been shopping at the Tie Bar for years. In fact, the very first pocket square and cufflinks I ever bought for myself came from the Tie Bar. I think it was like 7 or 8 years ago, I was watching one of Aaron's videos over at Alpha M, and he mentioned the Tie Bar, and I've been a customer ever since. I can even remember sending my mother links from the Tie Bar website of stuff that I wanted for Christmas, which is a great idea, by the way. And as you might already know, they were originally born as an online neckwear marketplace, but they've since grown into one of the most trusted voices in affordable style. The Tie Bar is the top destination for amazing quality menswear at super affordable prices, and they're loved by GQ, Esquire, athletes, and celebrities. They've since expanded into dress shirts and casual shirts for any occasion, polos, pants, and even sweaters. And speaking of sweaters, their new tip sweater collection is made from 100% soft, lightweight merino wool, and they feature a banded bottom style that's perfect for any body type. It's clear that the Tie Bar lifestyle reached far beyond accessories. The Tie Bar is your new authority for raising the style bar from tie to toe. Gentlemen, it's time to raise the style bar, so make sure you hit that link in the description and treat yourself to the amazing, affordable, and stylish collections at the Tie Bar. Next, I gotta talk about the shirt collar outside the sweater. This was okay back in the 70s, and I realize that sometimes the trend is what's old is new again, but that does not apply with this one. Keep your shirt collar inside your sweater. And yes, this shirt and sweater are both from the Tie Bar, so is the tie. One tip though is to make sure your sweater isn't too big for you and that the neck isn't all stretched out. You can also wear a button-down collar shirt to guarantee that your collar stays locked in place where it's supposed to. Another common faux pas is wearing your cufflinks backwards. Do me a favor, Let me know down in the comments if you wear cufflinks and if you already know the correct way to wear them. So here's the deal. Unfortunately, I do still see this from time to time, especially at weddings, but most all cufflinks have a front side that faces outward when your arms are down at your side. Also, when you extend your arm out to shake someone's hand, the front of the cufflink is on the outside, not on the inside of your cuff. Next is baggy trousers. Now, I won't spend a ton of time on this one because we do talk about this a lot on this channel, but this is the one thing that can ruin an otherwise well put together and well thought out wardrobe. You must get this one right, especially with dress trousers. You can fudge here a little bit with jeans, but with thinner wool fabric that's supposed to drape nicely, make sure your trousers are tailored to your body. These dress trousers from the Tie Bar are exceptionally nice. Okay, this next one should go without saying, but the next menswear fashion faux pas is not matching your belt with your shoes. I still see this from time to time. Now, keep in mind, the more casual your attire, the less critical that is. You do not have to match exactly. However, the more elevated the attire, the more critical that gets. And not only do you need to pay attention to the color, but also the finish. And here's an example. If your shoes are, say, a medium shiny finish, go with a medium shiny finish with your belt. It doesn't have to match exactly, but the more dressed up you are, the closer the match should be. Another faux pas is if you're wearing a suit jacket or a sports jacket, never button the bottom button. This dates all the way back to King Henry and getting too fat to button his jacket, so everybody around him started doing the same thing to make him feel better about it. Also, having the bottom button left open helps the jacket drape better when you're riding a horse. Now, even if you're not commuting to work on horseback, the rule is for the rest of your life, never button the bottom button of your suit, coat, or sports jacket, period. And since we're talking about jackets, always cut the tack thread on the vents in the back of your jacket. That's only there to help keep the fabric flat from the manufacturer during transit, and it should be cut away after you buy it. Also, if there's a brand label on the sleeve, that needs to be removed as well. The next faux pas on my list is a little nitpicky, but it's tying your necktie too long or too short. The basic rule is this: the point of your tie should land right about the middle of your belt buckle. And if you're a larger guy, your ties might wind up being a little too short, so a standard length tie wouldn't be the right choice for you. Go with a longer length tie. Also, when tying your tie, you might need to redo it a few times to get the length just right, and the more you practice, the fewer reties you'll have to do. The last item on my list of common menswear fashion faux pas is simply not dressing correctly for the occasion. If you're going somewhere nice, you dress nice, right? Tuck in your shirt and put on a nice pair of shoes. Maybe you're going out to a restaurant that you've never been and you're maybe not sure how nice it actually is. Pull up their website or Yelp or look at their hashtags on Instagram and see how people are dressed. It's perfectly okay to err on the side of being a little overdressed for the occasion because that shows respect and thoughtfulness. But being underdressed sends the message that you just couldn't be bothered. It's also a little weird showing up someplace where everyone's dressed up except you. Been there, done that. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're a subscriber, that means I'll see you in just a couple days for a brand new video. But until then, my friends, live well, and I do hope to see you again soon.